I get a text from Kenny explaining that somehow we have tattooed the complete wrong date on his arm. Roman numerals are the absolute bane of my tattooing existence. Sure enough, the first time I ever messed up a tattoo, it was Roman numerals. I imagine I'm not the only one that this has happened to. If you're a tattoo artist and you've ever messed up on Roman numerals, please let me know in the comments below so I don't have to bear the weight of this shame all alone. So I was never taught how to write Roman numerals in school, or at least if we were, I was not present on that day. If I'm being honest, I still don't really understand the significance of them. Let's just say I wasn't running for valedictorian in my high school. I was probably 19 at the time, just starting to get my bearings with tattooing, starting to take walk-ins. A young man named Kenny walks into the shop. I feel weird using his real name because I believe we still live in the same town. Kenny, if you're watching this, please know that I'm still very sorry to this day. And yet, I am going to tell this tale for internet points. So Kenny walks in the shop and he's looking to get his first tattoo. Now, this is a lot of pressure for the both of us. Of course, he's got to be nervous. It's a new experience for him. I'm always nervous. I've probably done less than 100 tattoos at this point. So this is all relatively new to me as well. Whatever, I've got my game face on. Kenny, you're in mildly capable hands here. Kenny wants to have a date tattooed on him in Roman numerals. Unfortunately, neither he nor I know how to write Roman numerals. I'm glad I'm not the only one. So naturally, we refer to the internet. We hop on romannumerals.com or whatever it is and type in the date he wants to have tattooed. So of course I have him double check the date. Looks good to him, looks good to me. Perfect. It's important to note that when you load this web page from scratch, it just has an arbitrary date displayed on there. From there, you type in the date that you want displayed, click go, and then that date displays in Roman numerals. Well, somewhere between us double checking the dates and me actually stepping away to draw the design, the web page reloaded. And the web page went back to a default date. Tragically, neither Kenny nor I gave it a second thought. I already told you I wasn't the best student. Now we step in the back, do the tattoo for him. Clean execution, nice bold black Roman numerals on his arm. Everything goes off without a hitch. I'm stoked on the tattoo, he's stoked on the tattoo, and we go our separate ways. So the next day I'm off from work, I'm sitting at home, and I get a text from Kenny explaining that somehow we have tattooed the complete wrong date on his arm. I'm stricken with absolute panic at this point. I'm 19. This is the first time I've ever had to deal with anything like this. I hadn't messed up any tattoos up until this point, so it's a novel experience. Kenny, on the other hand, he could not have been nicer or more understanding, even taking some of the blame onto himself. Like, oh, I didn't double check it either, it's not your fault. While I appreciate the gesture, we as tattoo artists, we have to bear that burden. We made the mistake. We're supposed to be the ones running the show here, so when something like this happens, you have to take accountability for it. It's an awful feeling. It's like you trusted in me and I let you down. Honestly, I think I was more bummed out about it than he was. I'm surprised he even contacted me. I feel like most people would have just left a bad Yelp review and then just gone elsewhere to fix the problem. But not Kenny. Kenny was a trusting man, and now I have to find a solution here. So mind you, I just started tattooing within the last year at this point. I'm very inexperienced, so I don't quite know how to handle this. but I had to just muster up the courage and fix what I did. So I texted him back, hey man, how would you feel if we did a cover-up of the old tattoo and then do the proper Roman numerals on your other arm? I really don't know why in the world he trusted me to do this, but he agrees to it. I had never done a cover-up before, let alone a cover-up of freshly done, bold, black Roman numerals. You know, cover-up becomes way more challenging when you're covering something that's that fresh. Like this was done yesterday. I was definitely punching like way out of my weight class at this point. Honestly, I was probably just trying to save my job. For context, my boss was a bit of a hard ass, to say the least. I imagine he probably said something to the effect of,
"You're gonna fix this shit show that you did, or it's your ass."
He's definitely gonna see this and not appreciate me impersonating him. Sorry. It's a reasonable response from a boss. So Kenny comes back in a few weeks later and we get into it. I was fortunate enough to work with some artists who are very talented with cover-ups at this point. So I definitely got some insight from them as to how to actually approach this piece. In hindsight, one of them probably should have done the cover-up, but I wasn't calling the shots here. I was just trying not to get fired. And yet, on this day, the tattoo gods must have been smiling down on me because somehow I pulled a perfectly passable cover-up out of my ass. Then, of course, we do the correct Roman numerals on his other arm. Kenny's happy. I'm happy. My boss is happy. Happy's probably generous, but at the very least, he did not toss me out on my ass. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you checking out our channel. We're gonna be making weekly updates with interviews with a wide array of different tattoo artists telling some of their craziest client stories. So hit the subscribe button and thanks for checking us out.